Okay, so we're reviewing for yesterday. So in one box, I want you to write 397 times 30. Don't write it too big because you're going to need room to do what we're supposed to do.
And you put the 30.
Okay, so after you've written 397 times 30, raise your hand if you can tell me what we do so I can solve this easier. Eileen.
Put the 3 under the 7.
Okay, so I rewrite it, and I'm rewriting it like this, 397, and I'm putting 30 like this. It seems odd, but there's a reason for it. Who can tell me what I do after I rewrite it like this? Alicia.
Drop the 0.
Right, I take the 0 here, and I put it on the bottom. So now my 0 is down here. I don't do anything to the 0 anymore. What's the next step that I do?
7 times.
I just multiply. So I'm just going to multiply like regular. So I do 3 times 7. What's 3 times 7?
21.
So I put my 1. I carry my 2. Then what do I do?
9 times 3.
What's 9 times 3?
27.
27 plus 2 is?
29.
So I put my 9. I carry my 2. Then what?
3 times 3
Is?
9.
Plus?
2
2 is?
11.
Okay. So I'm going to put a problem up here, and then I want you guys to solve it in the next box. So you can just write it however you need to solve it. So my first step should have been rewriting it where my 2 is under the 3 and my 0 is out to the side. What do we do with the 0, Callie? Callie, what do I do with the 0? Callie. I dropped it down, and then I just multiply. So what did you guys get for 2 times 3? What did you get for 2 times 3?
6.
2 times 1?
2.
2 times 2?
4.
Okay, so I think that's a good review for you guys. We're going to move on to long division. So before we start, though, in one of your boxes, I want you to turn your paper over. One of your boxes, we're going to write the steps. What's the very first step for dividing? Who can raise their hand and tell me what do I do?
Divide.
Snyder.
You write the problem down.
No, for division, what do I do?
Divide.
We divide. So I put a D, and we're going to put a division sign. This is in one of your boxes on the back side. Raise your hand if you can tell me the next step. Giovanni.
Multiply.
Multiply. What's the next step after that? Eileen.
Subtract.
Subtract. What do I do after that? Alicia.
Add. Bring down. Bring down.
Bring down. Carolyn, raise your hand. And then my last thing that goes after that, I sometimes have, sometimes I don't. Callie.
Remainder.
Remainder. Good. So this is in one of your boxes to help you as we go. So in a separate box, we're going to work on a problem. So we're going to do 134 divided by 3. When we have problems like this, remember we put the biggest number in the house. It's the dividend. The divisor is 3. We're dividing 134 divided by 3. First step is what?
Divide.
Can 3 go into 1?
No.
So we go straight to 13. How many times can 3 go into 13? 4. What is 4 times 3?
12.
Okay, so it is going to work. So I put 4 above the 3. Why not above the 1?
Because it's because 3 can't go into 1.
3 can't go into 1, so I skipped it and I go straight to 13, right? So it has to be above the 3. So we divided, we multiply. 3 times 4 is 12. What's my next step? Subtract. 13 minus 12 is?
1.
Next step?
Bring down the 4.
Bring down 4. Is this my remainder? No, because I brought a number down. I'm still going. All right, so I start back at the top. Divide. How many times can 3 go into 14?
4.
4. 5 doesn't work. Why doesn't 5 work?
Because that would
It's
equal
1 over,
15.
right? So we put 4 up here, and we started all over. So we divided. 14 divided by 3 is 4. We multiply. What's 3 times 4? 12. What's my next step? Subtract. What's 14 minus 12? 2. Is this my remainder? Yes. So I put R2. Same box. We're going to check it. Do you guys remember how? Multiply. What am I going to multiply? 44 times 3. All right. You should be writing this down. What's 3 times 4? 12. Put my 2. Carry my 1. 3 times 4 again.
12.
Plus 1.
13.
Here's the step that we need to add. We have a remainder. So when you have a remainder, you add the remainder. What's 132 plus 2?
134.
So does it match our dividend?
Yes.
Yes. So that I know my answer is right. So when you get a remainder, you have to add it back into your answer whenever you multiply. Okay, I'm going to set a problem up. I want you to walk through it with your group, and then we're going to go to RTI. So the problem is
Same side?
Yep, in a different box. 88 divided by 5. Walk through it with your group.
Okay. How many times can 5 go to 8? 1. Hold down. Yeah.
So we start dividing.
So we divided, we multiplied, we subtracted, we have to bring down. We bring down, now we have to do the remainder.
No, not yet. We have to start all over again because this is not our remainder.
3 is backwards.
Okay, so do,
Okay, so what's my next step? I divide again. What's 38 divided by 5?
1 times 5 is 5. Because that's what we did, 3 times 4 is 12.
Yep, so 7 goes up top.
So 1 times 5 is 5, so it has to be that divided by 5 equals